Hey everyone, Lisa Resnick. I am here with Nicole, co-owner of Ice Dog, Sundog.
It's totally Ice Dog.
That's gonna be a do something. That's something, right? That's
I don't
something.
know.
Ice Dog. That's something.
Now we have to make a cider called
Yep,
Ice Dog.
There you. Well, I mean, we're gearing up for the winter now, aren't we?
Well, we can make an iced wine called Ice Dog.
I was thinking more like a cherry, going with the slush puppy dog, like Ice Dog, but like a cherry cider.
I love how even out of mistakes, something great can come out of it.
That's my life.
And we also have Don,
Hi guys.
co-owner of YoFresh.
Hi, Don.
So Nicole is a seasoned Homes and Hops guest.
I am.
And this is Dawn's first time.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of my first time, do you remember when you told Andrew DePaul and I that you had just recently discovered what incognito was? Okay, so apparently Justin also, up until 2 days ago, didn't know what incognito was. My boyfriend.
So
Yes,
I just, like, in all honesty, you have this, so she's referring to the World Wide Web. Like, this whole like little incognito, like you can start searching things and everything. But if we all know incognito now exists, wouldn't like FBI and CIA search your incognito searches as well?
Of course, that stuff's only for.
No, remember you're
wives.
allowed to swear. So
I am allowed to swear.
So I also spoke to Nicole beforehand, and I was like, "Listen, you're on air. Like you have to, like you can't swear as much and everything."
Right. Can't Richard Pryor it up. Can't Richard Pryor it up.
Hey, but she was given the green light.
I was, but I'm not going to take full advantage of it. I will behave.
So we're sipping on some birdfish because maybe that's why I screwed up your name. It's because you didn't bring the cider.
I did not.
So-
I totally failed. And like we were just there. Like we had to take kegs over to the tasting room and I forgot to even grab anything.
No, that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting up there, right? In age.
Actually, like for everyone tuning in at home, I just got my hair done yesterday because I looked like my mother and my hair was so gray. And so that's why I have like I just got dyed face on right now with my hairline. You like it?
If it makes you feel better, I got actually prescribed bifocals this week.
Did you really?
Oh, wow.
Don.
Right? What an ego shot that was, right? To be like bifocals.
Now, see, I'm still in denial. I'm in denial. I keep going like this with everything that I'm reading. And are you like normally like farsighted?
Yeah, but
Same
it's gotten
thing.
way worse. Like, and again,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let's go. Like, I really can't see so much anymore. Let's go
Yes.
get this check. They're like, oh, bye.
Homes and Hops are turning geriatric.
Next week's
Next we'll have a
exciting
Metamucil
episode.
commercial, right?
Yeah. We're going to tour homes that let you drink.
There you go.
So it's like lifestyle of rich and famous. That'd be a cool kind of thing.
Yeah, like welcome to my crib and it's like
Right.
all old people and there's all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm not sure if they allow cameras. I mean, I've heard what happens in Florida at those 55 plus communities.
The ones where they don't wear clothes?
And it is pretty much like they're partying like they're like 18 years old again.
Oh, yeah.
There goes my lunch. Thank you. I was thinking
We
about
didn't
going
have
to the fair and getting some corn dogs later. There goes that idea.
Oh, the fair.
That speaking of lunch and also corn dogs at the fair, which is like complete opposite of YoFresh.
It is.
So let's talk about YoFresh for a moment. Number one, how'd you come up with the name and the concept?
Okay, sure. It started an idea. Again, my wife was looking for some local gluten-free meal prep.
Okay.
And at the time, I was working with our friend Ben Radner at Lives in Salem. Again, good friend with Birdfish. Everybody knows Ben. I was working out
Shout
there,
out to Ben.
and my wife had an idea for again some meal prep. So we started with a Facebook post and an LLC to get started, and it started with DR Culinary.
Oh.
It was kind of like the first 8 months maybe. And then as we went into the December coming into the new year, again, we just kind of got, we were thinking of something, an idea, what we're going to do for a name, And YoFresh just kind of like stumbled out. I think it was mine or my dad's or my wife's kind of just stumbled out. We were talking like YoFresh. I was like, oh, yeah, YoFresh, like Youngstown Fresh. I get it. It was kind of like with HelloFresh too. So it was kind of like both of them kind of hitting. And I was like, yeah, YoFresh. It just kind of stuck.
It's a good one.
Thanks.
It is a good one.
Thanks. Like, yeah,
And it does stick. You remember it.
Right, hopefully. So yeah, we've just been meal prepping now and again, feeding kids locally with Alt Head Start and all kind of good stuff. And Second Harvest Food Bank, and we give back to them. And we just try to get eat good, feel good, do good, right? Like
That's
wherever
true.
we can do it.
That's true.
You know, this past week I had some meals I was able to drop off at Cheney High School. Just some extra stuff we had, like stuff like that. Like whatever I have laying around, I just try to find somewhere to give it a home.
Do you
Right.
guys have culinary like schooling experience?
I don't. Some of my staff does. Again, I just kind of came up hard knocks, you know, job to job, pirate style, right? Like the old, just kind of made it here, you know. Along the way, I had some good advice and some bad advice. I've seen what to do and what not to do, and kind of did my own thing. It was kind of like the school of hard knocks. Like I said, I'd go to a place, I'd plateau, I'd learn as much as I could. And again, the chef's only going to show you so much, right? Because then you're
It's true.
So once I stopped learning, I'd go find somewhere else to learn.
So
That's
you
kinda how I got
worked in different kitchens beforehand.
here. All over the place, yeah, all over here. But again, all over the place, like in the world, but a lot around here, yeah.
Now, how'd you two connect? Is it through Ben?
It is through Ben.
The infamous Ben?
Mhm. Yeah.
So Sundog, we
Not infamous. Infamous is not the word. The famous
Well,
Ben.
maybe, I don't know.
it's teetering. So Sundog makes a wine called Snitch, and it's
Maybe it is infamous.
and
This is
so
incognito.
Ben
Yeah.
Ben makes a coffee called Prohibition Coffee, and he used to do it with Greg Snyder from Birdfish.
Okay.
So it's bourbon barrel aged
yes.
coffee beans.
That's right. Wasn't he going to open up a place
Yes.
on Main Street?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
I know this Ben as well.
we get
Serious bet.
Yes.
the coffee beans from Libs from him to
Okay.
use in Snitch, and it's a seasonal thing. We bring it out around like the holiday time, and we also get tea from him to make a cider called the Had Matter, and it's a tea cider. It's really good.
Is that also Libs or is that
It's also
his-
Libs.
Okay.
Yeah, so that the tea is Libs, the beans are Prohibition, but he and I were talking about doing a pop-up, and I wanted him to do one for St. Patrick's Day, and he was like, yeah, it sounds great. And then I was like, hey, are you still into this? He's like, no, I'm totally not. But here's my buddy Don's
they had
number.
Play. Yeah, they had a play that day.
Did
Yeah,
they?
The Whiskey Pilot had a jam that day. I think that was why I
Oh,
couldn't make
okay.
it.
Oh, so is Ben also a musician?
He's in Whiskey Pilot.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
So he connected me with Don. And so the first pop-up that Don and I did together was St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And it was dope. Like, it was
fun.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, you guys sold out like
We did.
instantaneously.
Yeah, the latter two, like the last two sittings, because we had 3 sittings, the last 2 were just like slammed. And then people were coming in and buying
we
it
sold out
too.
food and
Yeah.
we kind of get overrun at the end of it. We were like, I don't know what more to do. Like,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, it is like one of those things for anybody when you see either YoFresh or Sundog post that they're having these pop-ups, don't wait around and think about it. Like
Yeah.
you need to jump on it because it'll
Yeah. Because
It'll
we had all the
sometimes.
tables filled.
This past one was great.
Yeah, we
too.
did one on Thursday.
Yep.
And it was last Thursday, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It
was awesome.
recently. I think it was.
It was great. It was so much fun. And we
yeah,
had
there
a
were
cigar.
dogs there outside. They had some going on. There were animals
Yeah.
around. And
Yeah, it
dogs.
was
a good
National
time.
Dog
Yeah.
Day.
I will
It was a great time down.
I love
Yeah,
that little
good time.
area. And Homestead, Sundog, you guys are very, very pet friendly.
Yeah.
And now that you're over into your new space, you have even a larger
Yes.
outdoor area, which is awesome. What
Yeah.
did you think about that? Because with St. Patrick's Day, they were in their old space.
Right.
It was so
we
little.
were crammed.
It was-
I brought
yeah.
way too much stuff. I'm an overpacker. But we were there for 3 seating, so I want to make sure again, like I was good and stuff. So I brought way too much stuff to begin with. But having a new space, it was really nice. We were actually outside doing most of the work, plating outside, then bringing inside
Yeah.
to serve.
It worked out pretty well.
Great, because there's the outdoor tables out there too. We threw some covers on those, and
Yeah.
worked out really well.
It was really good. It was ridiculous. The food was insane.
So how often can we anticipate this partnership collaboration?
I said I like to kind of keep them, fresh as well. I like to do them all the time, but
I
again,
gotta
it's-
keep it fresh.
right,
You're
gotta
fresh.
keep it fresh.
So we're thinking about doing maybe like a more towards Christmas one type thing or something like
Yeah,
that.
we talked about Halloween possibly.
Halloween,
right?
yeah.
So
But the one that I know we're gonna
this,
do
this is gonna be fun.
is so the Ice Cube song "Today Was a Good Day." Someone
Yes.
scientifically broke it down and figured out that it had to have been January 22nd, even though like Ice Cube was like, I don't know if I knew it was. Like I was just like,
Yeah, the Lakers beat the Supersonics.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
no murders.
Yeah.
Right? The helicopter was flying
Yeah,
around.
the ghetto
Goodyear
bird wasn't
blimp
out.
was in the
Yeah,
in the sky.
yeah.
Right? So they
So-
knew what day it was.
Someone actually like figured it out. So we celebrate National Good Day every year at Sundog. So next year we're gonna do one.
I'm a terrible friend. I did not know this.
I can't believe you.
I'm a huge Ice Cube fan
Yeah.
from back in the day, my young gangster eras, right?
So Don and I were talking about this, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
was Britney Spears.
he's like, I've got it. He's like, I've got it. We will take food from rap songs, like Fat Burger, like do a smash burger.
Oh, there are
And
so much
We did
food
one
that
with
you
Bird-
see
we did
in
one with
rap
Birdfish,
videos.
Too. We
Yeah.
did one with Birdfish as well as a hip hop one too. Just thinking off the top of my head, for that one we did the two pork, which was a play for Tupac, but it was a two pork dish kind of put together.
Nice.
There was the Biggie Smalls, and that one I had a little piece of T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. So it was like a grape sauce and stuff like that.
Nice. Holy
It's
cow.
always just got fun stuff. You know what I mean? It's out there. You just got to put, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Think about
It's
it.
very
There's so much fun to
creative.
collaborate.
So we'll be
And that's
doing
what keeps
that
me
one.
sane at work, really. Like I said, we do a lot of that stuff now with daycares and stuff and scooping Cheerios. And
So how did you
Yeah.
get connected to the school systems?
wow, this is a long story. I don't know how much time we have.
We have time. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
Well, it goes back. I was married in a prior relationship with my ex-wife at a daycare. So it goes
Okay.
back into that. I cooked food for her daycare. So it came up once in my life.
Okay.
Part of my story is I went to a rehab facility locally for a year. While I was in that facility, part of the job details in the kitchen work was feeding these local daycares.
Okay.
So I got introduced to it then. And then when COVID hit last year, it was coming into the end of the school year. And somebody approached us if we were interested in maybe feeding a daycare for a trial run in this little program. I wanted nothing to do with it because I knew the documentation and like just the,
Yeah.
the
Like,
detailed work
not
of
for
it.
me.
I didn't want to do it. And again, me and my wife now, Caroline, we were talking and she's like, let's give it a whirl. So we were definitely got into a space that we were definitely in over our heads in the beginning. We didn't find out that we got the contract till I believe it was a Thursday or Friday. And I believe the next morning we had by Monday, we had to feed like 350 kids.
It's crazy.
Like breakfast, lunch, and snack.
That's crazy.
Holy
At the time,
cow.
I was down with the kidney stone. Right? I had
Oh my
an
God.
8.5 millimeter kidney stone that I had like surgically and like all that good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And the
I
next, we
know.
found out that Monday, I said we had all this food to do. So it was kind of crazy. But it was one of those opportunities, again, that kind of came along. And once it clicked, it was like, oh, like this is kind of something I'm supposed to do
Mhm.
because it's been in front of me 3 times.
Yep.
Right. It's a doop. And again, like I say, like feed my sheep. It's kind of like what I was like kind of hearing, like, hey, like, so now again, we got the opportunity to do that. And a lot of the programs that are run, they're state funded and whatnot, but they have like state minimums
Yes.
of which you can feed the kid. And people go by the minimum. And I'm like,
They do.
that's kind of crappy, to be honest. Like if you think about it,
Like
like
these poor kids, they
you're dealing
deserve
with
more than
kids,
the minimum.
and
But
some of
it's
the portion
true.
sizes would be like 1/8 of a cup.
Yes.
Okay, so if I took 1/8 of a cup of diced pineapple and I put it in there, it's really like 6 little pieces.
Yes.
And if for a toddler, they're going to spill at least 4 of them.
Oh,
They
yeah,
might get
that's
2
true.
in their mouth. You know,
Right.
they might one spit one out. They
Right.
might get 2. If you use so much spaghetti sauce, you would have to give them a vegetable. And I'm like, come on, guys, like make sure the kids are eating. Some of these kids would like get.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that was kind of our hearts first and foremost.
And they'll
So
have that
kind of-
even in the most affluent schools.
yeah,
They'll still do
just
the minimum.
Like why would
It's
do that?
upsetting.
Just the minimum.
This is why I do. My kids pack their lunch,
Yeah.
but not everybody has that opportunity.
No. So I said we try to do the best we can and try to go a little bit above, more than we can from the minimum to make sure. And that's actually enabled us to get this contract a little bit long term with Alta. We still have to apply, but we've actually partnered with them in another local nonprofit, Flying High, and a campus of care facility. It used to be the Youngstown Development Center.
Okay.
There's a bunch of nonprofits now. So the idea now is that I'll be able to feed all the nonprofits that are there throughout the day, the lunches and stuff, and the community living spaces and stuff. But all those spaces will also need some job training. So hopefully we'll be able to come to YoFresh, do some meal prepping, do some packing.
Oh, that's so
There'll be some
cool.
special needs, stuff like
That
that.
is
They
awesome.
can come by, put stickers on some meals and
It's
that
great.
kind of job training and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to help us grow, but also help the community grow.
Yep.
And that kind of the vision was all the nonprofits, everybody that I know in the nonprofit, like they're overworked, understaffed,
Yeah.
under budgeted. They do the best
100%.
they can with what they have.
Yes.
Now I know as a small business owner, when I'm in those conditions, I'll tend to maybe, for example, go buy a bag of frozen peppers and onions that are pre-sliced, right, from GFS. It's going to cost me more, but it's what I have to do in that moment.
Right.
And small nonprofits all operate the same way.
Yes,
So if you can have them all localized and working together, it'll make them more profitable and stabilized and be able to take this idea and duplicate it in other cities. And like my idea is fresh hubs. Fresh hubs of like nonprofit little fresh hubs where they can come together.
Oh, that's cute. Fresh hubs.
But it's true.
It's such a good idea.
But it's true, like working together, if you had all these different nonprofits that are under the same category and they pull together like the Brewers Guild or then you do have so much more of an opportunity to be able to bring in, number one, you're going to have additional help. And you're number two, when you're pulling together, I mean, you know this in anything that you do, the more you purchase in quantity, the more you can save money in doing so. And you're doing the same thing that you've always wanted to do. And really, it's always for, you would hope at least, always for nonprofits. It's not about the name, your name as the nonprofit or anything like that. It's about the cause, and that's the reason why you're doing it.
That's the impact of change.
Yeah.
Right? And again, like I said, we're not a nonprofit as YoFresh, but we're looking into, we might have to have some options as we grow to make that happen. But
now YoFresh is a for-profit, isn't it?
Yeah, we definitely started.
But you can easily have the whole.
We kind of built YoFresh with a for-profit mind, with a nonprofit attitude.
No, 100%.
Yeah. Right? No. Because really, again, a lot of people get the mentality of nonprofit means no money.
Right.
And that's not necessarily the truth, right?
No.
Like,
it is true.
Like they have to operate. Yeah. They need money, right? Like it takes money to operate. But again, one of the first things we started up was with Second Harvest Food Bank, and we kind of collaborated. We went to the Youngstown business incubator, and there was a class about some marketing and stuff like that. And they were talking about, I believe it was Tom's shoes. They did buy a pair, give a pair. I'm like, how can we do something like that with food? And it was kind of like, how do we give food? Who needs food? Well, Second Harvest Food Bank, and who I was introduced through when I was in the rehab facility. We'd go weekly sometimes, get some stuff, bring it back, distribute it, stuff like that. So it's another one of those connection ties. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, let's go to Second Harvest Food Bank. So for every 10 meals purchased, we take a dollar amount and donate that back. So far since we started, it's been over 35,000 meals.
That's insane, man.
It's ridiculous. And like, it's crazy to think about, like, because it's really built into what we did to where it's really, it wasn't really
awesome.
a lot. And again, it's like,
it is awesome.
That's local, right? Like that's an impact right here. Like people need to eat. Like
it's a huge impact. And
everybody had just that small little, and again, it's really at the end of the day, it's not a lot. You know what I mean? They take minimal dollars to make maximum food spread out to make the best they can over there.
I know.
Right.
You know, so a couple of dollars really can go a long way.
And we do have the issue of the food disparity.
Sure. There's a lot of food deserts around here.
A lot. But it's not just about where there's a grocery store, because
there's still poverty and all that stuff.
Exactly. It's the financial access
right
to the food, not the location of where the store lies. And that's really the underlining problem.
But again, it was started with a $100 bill to get an LLC and a Facebook post. Again, I remember banging up some of the meals out at Libs and Libs Small Kitchen, and we used the Salem Memorial Building. We rented that space for a few months, and then with the help of the kitchen incubator.
I was about to say, did you ever go to the kitchen incubator?
For about a year. And then again, a connection through a gentleman that went to a church that we did at Libs. We did an elders dinner for this Greenford church. We do a dinner like once every month, and somebody was selling some equipment that my wife knew. And long story short, I ended up knocking on this door. I'm like, no idea why I'm even here. Going to ask this guy to show me your stuff to buy because I don't have any money. Ends up, he's like, hi, Don, I'm so-and-so from the church, and you did our dinners. And long story short, I ended up getting my space and bought the all equipment and talked to the landlord. I left out of there knowing that I had the space and the equipment was mine without signing a paper or giving anybody a dollar bill. And like free rent for 2 months. And I just finished now paying Eric for my equipment. It's been like 2 years.
It's fantastic.
That's great.
Together this whole way. And again, to be here now to be able to feed these kids and do what we're doing. It's ridiculous. Like it's because of like small companies and watching companies like Birdfish and Bennett Libs and being like seeing how the small networks worked.
Yeah.
And that's really how YoFresh got anywhere, was just local connections. Steve Cross at Ice Energy, was another huge help for us.
I'm just saying, I love the fact that ice has been like brought up a few different times throughout this entire time. Right, Ice Dog?
Yes, Ice Dog.
But no, it's just again, it's just for me again. I'm overwhelmed at opportunities like this. I'm like, It's ridiculous. Right? Like,
I love-
listen to me on a podcast. Who wants to hear me talk?
I love the fact. Well, I mean,
She was really excited.
I was
I know,
very
it
excited.
blows my mind
But I
sometimes,
love the
opportunity.
fact that you said that you were in over your head,
Oh yeah.
but yet you still, and
Yeah,
you were in over your
executing.
head. You found out you got it, and then sometimes people have a tendency to think that if something then bad happens, like your kidney stones would be a very good example of that maybe they're like, oh, maybe this is too much, and that this isn't the right direction I should be going in. But that's actually wrong. When something like that happens and you still triumph it over it, that
Right.
shows you even more so that is what you're supposed to be doing.
You know what's awesome?
That you can handle that.
This is really it's great that you brought that up. Just a few weeks ago at work, right? Me and my colleagues, and not my coworkers. I say colleagues. They're not like they're like my employees. They're my colleagues. They're friends.
Yeah.
My
Like
peers.
they're like family to me. And we were talking. I told them we're getting ready to come into a new season. We're getting ready to move and all this stuff, and it's that time. And just like in a video game, right? As you get to the end of the video game, before you get to the next level, you have to fight the boss, whatever it is. It's always hard.
Yeah.
And like we're in that
I never
right
made
now.
it to an end of a video game.
As you
you
progress, it gets
loser.
harder, right? Like same kind of-
Yeah.
So we're in that right now, and again, there's a lot of stuff going on in all of our lives, and again, like it's just where we're at. Like you said, if you don't push through that hard part to get to the next level, then you just stay where you're at. Like,
Yeah, you have
that's the
to.
point. You got to push through that. It's going to keep coming back till you get through that next level, and you're just going to stay stuck.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
but that's how we got in here. A lot of that push through kind of. Like I said, I deal with that stuff. Like today was hard.
Did
Was
you
it?
have that
Yeah,
same
yeah.
overwhelming feeling when you started Sundog?
Yeah.
Because you have, Nicole
Yeah.
has like 20 jobs.
Right.
That's a dirty lie.
Well, we all wear many hats. It's part of being a business.
No, I
owner,
mean,
like-
it gets like that a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really tough. There's some
Okay.
days where I'm just like, I'm done. I don't
Right.
want to do it.
I had one of those days yesterday, honestly.
Yeah.
Me and Caroline had kind of a little argument, and I was like, you know what? Done. Said that day, like, you know what? I'm done.
Like I'm
I'm
done.
not done, but like right now, now,
Yeah.
in this moment, I am done.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore until
It's
tomorrow
like
morning.
Ross,
Get up.
Ross Rachel in our lives every day. We need a break. And then we walk out the door, but we don't really mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, and like
Yeah.
this, we're entering like our super busy time. Like every Saturday during the summer is super busy because
Yes.
Firestone Farms graciously pays for these amazing bands to be there every Saturday.
Yep.
And we're slammed. Like
Yeah,
it's great.
Beatles Mania. right?
Beatles Mania happened. Yeah. So we're finally past like the bands that draw like these huge crowds, but now we have all kinds of other stuff. We have the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. They are doing on September 20th.
Cuyahoga?
Yeah, Cuyahoga.
I thought it was Cuyahoga.
I'm not sure.
Semantics.
I would- Tomato, tomato.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, anyway.
I also say Vienna, or no, I say Vienna,
Vienna,
or
yeah,
Vienna.
Vienna
I say
sausage.
Vienna, but it's Vienna.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Go
so,
on.
So the Cuyahoga, how'd you say it?
Cuyahoga.
Cuyahoga. The Cuyahoga.
You make
Scenic-
it sound so country when you say it.
Do I? Anyways, that place, they are doing on September 24th a Sundog Train. So
What?
yeah, so you reserve a table on the train and you go for this train ride and they serve food and then all the drinks that they serve is just Sundog. So we get to be on the train and tell everybody about the wines.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, I've done it
Is it in
before.
fall
like
time too. Like,
it's September. Yeah, it's gonna
time,
be
fall?
beautiful.
That's awesome.
It's the end of
And
September.
through that park, Cuyahoga, whatever it's called. But it is absolutely, it's beautiful.
Stunning. No, it really is.
It's beautiful every season, just like Mill Creek Park. It's beautiful every season,
Right.
but nothing beats fall.
Yeah.
That's my
So
Yeah.
that's September 24th. And like I looked the other day to see like how many tickets there were and like the cars are selling. Like it's crazy.
I have to get on that when we leave.
I know.
It's really cool. And it's so much fun. And that might be a good like piece for you to tap into if you ever wanted to like expand. Like it's basically a pop-up on a train.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Right?
It would be
Yeah.
so much fun.
It'd be so
I've
much
been on
fun.
a yacht and I've cooked on a plane, but I haven't done on a train yet.
It's
Plane,
cool.
trains, automobiles.
And
I feel
then
like that was a Dr. Seuss moment.
It totally was.
Yeah.
And then we have the Maze Craze in Petersburg,
Yep.
or New Springfield. The Maze Craze, that starts next weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And then it's every Thursday after that until the middle of October. Like, it's a lot.
It is.
You know, I kind of can't wait for it to be over.
It will never be over.
I know it won't, because then I'm going to find something else I want to do in November.
Right.
That's going to stress me out and
So
make poor
Nicole
Justin
is
hate me.
constantly that person. You're an idea person.
Me too.
I mean, like she's constantly thinking and she's constantly wanting to help.
What's more? What's next?
I
Can
do.
help? Sure.
Yeah.
Regrettably.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right?
you know, it'd be
Sometimes
really great if
sometimes
it
you're
wasn't
over your head.
90 degrees in here.
Oh, it is a little
Warm?
warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could be they could just be blaming body heat, and that's the reason why.
Typo
We're
negative.
we're yeah, that's right. It's the typo.
Lights,
Maybe it's because I'm
lights,
pounding a
lights.
birdfish beer at the lights
Hot
too.
lights.
No, it's all really exciting, but there are some days where I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm sleepy.
For sure. I mean,
sleepy.
yeah, that's definitely part of it. I'm trying to get used to the thought of too, like it's not really so much right now as days off as maybe moments and time off.
Yeah.
Because the expectation of a day off, like literally just usually ends up infuriating me. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm taking a day off, and then something comes up, and I'm like, I can't have one day.
Right.
Right.
But really, I can't. Like, it's just life. Like, it's part of doing what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's the phone rings, you know, issues at work, or employee gets sick, or their kid's not feeling well. Or
Right.
just part of it. There's
It
really
is.
not days off. It's working now to be able to manage my time later, hopefully, because I didn't do such a good job in my 20s. That hopefully by the time I'm a little bit older, I'll be able to like spend some time and, you know,
That's the goal, right?
get it in then.
Like that's what I just keep telling myself is
Right.
like I'll be able to slow down at like
Right.
this age. I just
Right.
have to like I'm
But-
setting it up.
But in
Yeah.
reality, even if you're like, okay, we have a day off, is it really a day
No,
off?
there's
No,
laundry,
it
there's
never
yeah,
is.
laundry,
No, it never
there's
is.
laundry. I said, me and Caroline,
Never.
we moved to Canfield. I think it's like 4 months ago, and we're still not all the way moved in. Like,
Yep.
Just because
You just have to hide your
going
boxes
on?
in one room.
It's kind of dramatic. That's
That's
just hide your boxes.
I've been in our new house for like 5 years, and I think we
Right,
still
like
have boxes.
Right.
How's your new puppy, by the way?
Oh my god, I love my new puppy.
What's its name? Meat cake?
So pancake.
Pancake.
I like meat cake. Meat cake is a
So-
cool name for a puppy.
So
Meat cake.
so on the way to get the puppy, so the woman who breeds the golden retrievers, she picks out a theme, and everybody who gets one of her puppies needs to have them registered under the theme name. So she picked Yankee Candle Scents.
Oh wow.
So and which she's like, there's a million. I can just keep on doing this forever.
Oh my
But,
god.
it's true. So my eldest son, I was like, oh crap, we need to pick out a name for the certification. Doesn't necessarily have to be the name of the dog, but for the certificate. And the first one he said was banana pancake.
That's awesome.
And I was like, bam, that's it. And then
That's
we
great
just-
for a golden retriever too.
because
though.
of their
Like,
yellow,
the
color
Yeah.
of,
Yeah, that's
I mean,
great.
that's the color of a perfect pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was funny on my way here, I was listening to Jack Johnson, and he has a song called Banana Pancakes. I was like, there you go. It's all
Meant to be.
it's all
Complete
circle
circle.
moment.
Complete circle. Come on,
that was
full
it.
circle.
Oh my god.
And in life, you have to hold on to these moments,
Yeah.
because then when we have our kidney stones, it's
Oh,
not as
ooh.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to
That
die
was-
as fast.
And then you have Nicole over here with a cast on.
I just never I don't know.
Just
I
woke
mean-
up with a broken ankle. Like,
You know,
oh no.
You know, I had a
Storage,
boot for
storage,
3
stuff like-
years, so having it back on is not great.
No,
But I mean, at least it's just my ankle this time, and I didn't shatter my foot again.
this is true.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was broke, and then Justin bitched at me and told me to go to the doctor. I finally went. And here we are, broken ankle.
Yep.
Didn't know.
But again, you're still here through
I am.
adversity.
I am.
You're still here.
I am.
So there you
Just
go.
that's probably why I'm warm, because it makes my whole body sweaty
Probably.
because it's all thick.
Yeah.
It is very, yeah. Those are not.
It's like a weight on your leg too. You're like working out. Your one calf
I
is way bigger than your other one.
Listen to my knees.
To get two. Are we doing that? Hold on.
Wait.
Ooh.
It's crinkly. It's like crinkle paper.
So- So I have to ask, like, when you guys collaborated and everything for the pop up, how'd you like
We did
come
not
up?
make out.
No. Did you first come up with the food and then you come up with the cider, or were you or wines, whichever?
So we actually were launching our 2 new ciders. We have Baby Got Back, BAC.
Okay.
That is our bourbon barrel aged cider. We aged it in a 4 Roses barrel. and then we were releasing our Nice and Slow, SLOE.
So how'd you make this cider?
I hate you. Wait, what are we asking? Regular cider?
Yeah.
We just fermented it.
So how would you say you brewed it, or would you
Oh.
say,
Yes, I brewed it.
or would you say
It's a big conversation.
it's a
Melisandre.
Melisandre? Were you a Melisandre, or were you a brewer, or Melisistra?
I can't remember what we
I
called
know
it.
it's ciderista is the person that pours the cider.
Right. But
That one's easy.
Cider
we were coming up
And
with a
yeah.
different name. It was
Like it?
so
Yeah.
so I brewed. I guess we brewed, not
You
not
monster.
me specifically. And then we put it in the barrel. And then the other one was our ginger beer. We aged in a Koval gin barrel. So
Holy cow.
he was given that, and he came up with like this just
What did you make?
incredible
Yeah.
this 4-course dish, and then we did 2 other ciders that we normally have, and we had cut and
We
toast.
did.
So you got a cigar with it too.
Oh wow.
So see, we were talking about doing another hip hop pop up.
Yeah.
And then it switched. She said she had the smoked oak and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then it was again that Dr. Seuss moment. My brain,
Yeah.
the ADHD was like smoked oaks and tokes. That's where I come, right? I was like, let's call Dave. Let's get that toast
That's
out.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it came out, and it was kind of a nice. That was kind of the play on it.
Yeah.
Smoked oaks and tokes.
Yeah.
You know, and food by YoFresh. And then it was just kind of, you know. just kinda
Next is
playing
going to be
with food.
children's books.
Right. Maybe. Yeah,
While
maybe.
you're eating
Right.
at school, we're going to read you a little story.
Chef Don, what you can do with 1 apple.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
Apples are
fun.
fun.
that would be fun.
Now you got to write a book, man.
Right. I've
Next time
actually
we're
have
on
plans
this.
of working on a book. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
a
A,
little
a
bit-
memoir or
Kind
a
of like,
manifesto?
what's the difference?
Well, a manifesto
Like a
means you're going to kill
biography,
people.
I
That's a
suppose,
good
yeah.
question. What is the difference?
A manifesto is like what you write before, like, you go on like a killing spree.
No, I'm definitely not doing that. It's not a manifesto by any means.
So please
Yeah.
warn us if
I'm
that's
done.
what you're writing.
No. Just a little bit of story again, how I lost my mom and like all the crap in my life and dyslexia
Yeah.
and all the
You have dyslexia?
yeah.
Oh, no
Being
shit.
premature.
You're
I was
premature?
like 2 pounds 3 ounces.
Oh
my
I
God.
wasn't supposed to live. Like my parents, the doctors basically told my parents, like, you might as well plan. You know, like getting rid of
Oh, little baby
Like,
coffins?
yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Like, I was tiny,
horrible.
Like I could fit in my dad's hand. Like
Why
So,
are you writing it now?
I just got a little couple ideas of starting to get it all
Okay.
together.
Well, don't let
But
go of that.
No.
It's a story that needs to be
There's
told.
like all it's been that my whole life. It seems looking back, it's been a lot of that challenging ever since coming out the old, coming out my mom. It's been hard
when you
since
wore
day
her as
one.
a sleeping bag?
Right. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of stacked against me. It seems like a lot of time. Even like you said, dyslexia and stuff. Like I've just now gotten like listening to audiobooks a lot this year.
Yep.
Oh,
Like
good.
until then, like I didn't really read at all because it was hard.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair because
right?
it is intense. Like with
ADHD, like even in school, like I said, I didn't get diagnosed until as an adult, and I can look back and also see again like some of that stuff as the addiction. It was more of like an obsession, not so much an addiction. And I think there's a lot of people, even now that haven't got to that point of realization yet that it's not so much they're an addict, but they're like obsessive,
Yeah,
right? And they haven't found the right thing to switch to be obsessed about.
yeah.
it's true.
And they're stuck in that addictive. And again, I'm not really an addict. I was just obsessive. The last time I was down there, I think we were joking on the recovery show, like, what was what was your first like thing you used to like get high or whatever? I was like, I don't know what, pixie sticks. I don't know, sniffing markers,
Right.
Like, whatever. What eating
Right.
glue? I don't remember. You know what I mean? But again, it was always that. There's definitely a cool story again, and it's all part of what got me to this point to be able to again. Even stuff like this, I just like I'm a little blown away by again. There's somebody that's gonna watch this and like listen to me talk. This is ridiculous.
But it's
5 years ago, I was in my dad's basement, get out of rehab. You know what I mean? Like,
But see what you
but
can
I know, That's
do.
the thing. You can get it takes the work though. You know what I mean? You gotta listen to some books. You gotta get the right people around you. You know what I mean? You gotta get.
You
get
also
rid of
have
the
to
wrong
make your
people.
choice.
A lot of choices. You gotta make them every day.
Having the
Sometimes
right
you make the
people
wrong one
around
too,
you.
though. Again, like I haven't had a perfect run of sobriety. You know what I mean? It's not perfect. I'm able to drink occasionally at times. You said you know for one, I'm not a
No.
never really ever.
I'm
right?
always like,
I'll casually
are you
take
ready?
a sip, right? I'll try again flavor
Yep.
pairs
Yeah.
and stuff. I'll drink a little taste, but it's just not my. You know what I mean? It's just not for me right now. But there's people that can do that that can't though. But it's knowing. It's knowing that I
Right.
can do that, and it's not gonna I'm not going to fly off the handle. But if I went and started hanging out in the bars and old friends and that, then sure, I'm going to end up where I was.
Yep.
Right.
But it's changing a lot, just being willing to change.
Yeah.
It's true.
The people around
can.
you are so
And-
important.
can.
And you
it.
do. You have to make the choice and you have to stick with it. Not like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about like my Red Bull addiction. Like I did.
You see they're coming locally?
I did.
Terrell,
And
shout out
sorry
Terrell.
I mean, I think it's absolutely awesome. And I'm very happy for Terrell. I mean, that does kick ass for our area. It really does.
Yeah.
But for Red Bull, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be a customer anymore because it's not that great for you. So, and I did. I was like, that's it. If I want to make sure that I'm cutting down, if I'm going to eat my sugars, I want it in the apple and the fruits and everything, because I'm not one to believe in. I'm not a big diet person, but I am I do believe in healthy eating.
Mm-hmm.
But I still will have the corn dog at the fair and stuff like that. But Red Bull was one of those things I was like, I need to not say I'm not going to drink Red Bull. It needs to actually be say no more Red Bull. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's been like 4 days.
Right? Good job, right? That's hard. So I drank soda again, pop in the kitchen all the time, right?
Yep.
Down pop all the time. And lately it's been something to get kidney stones.
Oh yeah.
So I've been trying to cut it out, but again, it's hard.
It is very hard.
I try to drink one or two Pepsi or Cokes a day, whatever it may be, but it's hard.
That stuff, it is. Like
Caffeine's harder to give up than smoking.
Yes, I agree. I agree. So thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys come back. And
I'd love to, anytime.
That'd be awesome. And maybe Nicole will bring some cider. I don't know.
Bring some food.
I always need to.
Oh my goodness.
I need someone to
That'd
let me
be
know
awesome.
before.
Actually, you need to connect with Joe of Youngstown Studio because he's planning the whole chef cooking thing. So
I need to talk to you about something separately also because we're trying to buy the theater in Columbiana, the Columbiana Cultural Collective.
Yeah.
And I want to do a pop-up gala to impress
yeah.
some people to try to buy it.
Sure.
Oh, there you go.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I love that, and I hope that does sell.
Yeah, that's
to the right people.
It's getting hard out there. It's getting hard. Trying to find people that want to donate to theater and arts anymore is just so hard.
Which, by the way, for anyone listening out there, if you want to talk about a mass amount of money economically coming into your area, it is the theater and the arts. It's the creative economy. It is amazing how much money they bring to an area. Yeah. So if you really want to invest, bear that in mind because they do bring in a lot of tourism. They bring in just a lot of dollars spent by people who even live there.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome once we can do it, but we just have a time limit. So, but yeah. Anyways, it'll be pretty cool. I'll have to let you know when I can figure it out.
All right. And pull some strings.
Thank you, Birdfish, for the beer.
Yes. Cheers.
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 Hey guys.
Homes and Hops is proudly supported by Platt Insurance, your local independent insurance agency offering auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. They also have a team of specialists that help you with insuring your brewery or winery. Platt Insurance, helping you protect your tomorrow. For more information or a quote, please call them at 330-856-6244 or visit them on the web at plattinsurance.com.